guys, Texas here with another look at some figures we got on this week. Today we are looking at the Mondo exclusive Masters Universe Teela 1/6 scale action figure. This is one that I really wanted. I know my friend Michael was selling his figures because he didn't want them anymore. And I was able to grab a Beastman and Trapjaw at the time. And I said, I don't need Teela. I don't know if I want her. Then I end up ordering or pre-ordering Evelyn, and I was like, wait a minute, I have to have Teela. So originally I was gonna get just the regular version, but on eBay I was looking and I found this one actually pretty decent price compared to what it was. And so I was like, okay, yeah, because this one actually is going up to $300 to $400, and I got the this one decent price. I think I paid $250, I think. So anyway, and there's one main reason why I wanted this version and not just the regular version, because usually what Mondo does is they do their their timed editions. They give you a lot of stuff, and then they come up with another version later, and some of them work for me. Like Gambit, I was okay with the regular version. Sabretooth, I was okay with the regular version, but this one I was not, because of the thing that comes with it. So we'll get into that later. As you can see, this box of Mondo is gorgeous. I love their animation. It's so, like, I know I've always stopped collecting boxes, but the Mondo figures, I'm keeping all the boxes, only because whenever I'm gonna move, or if I move or whatever, I can store them easily. And also because look at this. This is beautiful art. You can see Teela here looking gorgeous. With that, I guess it's a unicorn in the background, just being peaceful. And of course you got those lurkers over here trying to see what she's doing, the stalkers of Beastman and Skeletor. I always thought that was funny to me. Whenever I saw that artwork from the original, I was like, why are they lurking after her? That's creepy. Anyway, so it looks really, really cool. Let's turn the box on the side. As you can see, it just basically has Master Universe here on the bottom. I can't really pull this up because I'll just go up and down so you can see Teela's written up there. And then on the top you have 1/6 scale figure, on there. And because, and then on the back you have a description of the figure. Teela, warrior goddess. The noble captain of the royal palace guard, the warrior goddess Teela is known throughout Eternia for her unsurpassed skill in both battle and combat. Harnessing the power of heroes past, Teela hunts evil with her magic staff, and strikes down enemies with her swift sword and spear. As fierce a friend as she is a foe, her divine destiny is that of the mystical guardian of Grayskull. So her background, because I remember Man at Arms, is her father, I believe, right? So is the sorceress her mother? Did they have something going on? I don't know, but I think that initially, I mean, of course, back in the day, we never really went to the story. Like, we kind of had Teela. They just put a female figure in there and character, and then she was in the cartoons and all that. But it really, until recently, it kind of went more of where she was the guard. She ended up turning into, Teela goddess or whatever. So I don't know. I'm not really much of a fan or not a, follow of that. So I just kind of keep it simple. So anyway, on the bottom here, we have everything that's done, who helps out with that, if you want to look at that, who made this figure what it was. So let's go ahead and of course, every single time I forget, but you can see the flap. You can see the figure here looking, oh my God, that is so gorgeous. Yes. And like I said, I was not going to get this figure. Initially, I was going to just kind of skip on her but then I ordered the what do you call it? I ordered Evelyn, and I said, no, I have to get Teela. But oh yeah, she looks gorgeous. You can see the figure inside. She has that big sphere. Just can't wait to get her out of the packaging. So let's go ahead and bring her out. We'll be right back. All right, here is Teela out of the box. looking spectacular, gorgeous. That face sculpt, oh my god, that body, great color. The golds are popping out. There's actually some soft, goods on it. The little fluffiness around the neck and the boots. She is gorgeous. I mean, wow. So let's get. Usually, what I do, I'll lay the figures down and do an overview, like overhead shot. But since this figure is so big and the box is big, but it's not as big as it should. Like I should have a bigger box. That's really hard to do. And I think when I was doing Scare Glow, it just looked kind of weird. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just do it like front on the whole way. But still gonna look cool. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at her. Let's start with the head sculpt. I mean the face. Look at that. She is beautiful. I mean, wow. Everything. I mean, like I said, Mondo, man, they've come a long way with the first figures that they came out with. And now, I mean, just look how beautiful that face sculpt is. Trying to get it where I don't knock over the camera. I mean, look at that. You got look at that beautiful red gem on the crown. And then, I didn't notice that. I got how the hair is just kind of like in a little bun or something. So, look at that. And then you got this little fluffy fur stuff over here. Wow. And then you got the body here of, I mean, she looks so good. Look at that. Just look how beautiful that gold is. And this is basically her classic suit that she normally wears. So, but of course, there's so much detail. You got some, where the zippers are and stuff like here. It is funny. This does feel like I own a doll because it's so big. It's just huge. But she is gorgeous. Look at her arm bracelets. And then to her legs. She's got legs, I'm telling you. I mean, this is gorgeous. Then you got the knee bracelets. Yeah, it's gorgeous. You got more of that little fur here. And then you got those boots. So yeah, wow, she's spectacular. Now, in terms of articulation, I'm a little nervous. But of course, you can pose it up and down. This swivels the head back and forth. She can go all the this way. Not too far down, but and then, I don't know, I'm nervous. Yeah, the legs. I heard the legs are real delicate, so I'm not gonna do her pose with the, but yeah, just so nervous on how doing that. But there's two joints here, one there to move it. So yeah, she is gorgeous. She's gonna look so good next to He-Man. Wow, just gorgeous. Look at that. So let's look at some of the accessories. And we'll just leave her in the back there, and we'll just go ahead and grab those out. So she comes with, wow, this is cool. This is a harness for her knife. Well, not a knife, right? A sword. Yeah, this is a sword. Why would I say knife? But yeah, look how nice this is. Oh yeah. Look at this sword. It's gorgeous. Got the golds on there and those reds. And then this cool sword holder, sheath thing. Look at that. You can see there's a bird in the front. Wow, this is nice. So that's really, really cool. And then you got her cool spear. And this beautiful gold. And there's always so much detail to these. Oh, this is really, really nice. It's really long too. Alright. Then we got her shield. Gorgeous. Oh, I caught her just in time. She don't want to stand anymore. She's doing okay. Maybe because I bent that knee. But anyway, here we go. Look at that beautiful shield. And the golds in that kind of dark red maroon type style. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. She comes with multiple hands. I should have took this stuff out before. But she doesn't come with that many hands, which is kind of cool. She has 2 fists. And then 2 open hands, you know, which is really cool. And then she does come with 2, oh no, okay, hold on, there's more stuff in here. I think I'd open it beforehand, right? So let's talk about the 2 head sculpts and actually the 2 things that I'm going to use in the figure with. First and foremost, she comes with kind of like a mean looking head sculpt. Oh, that looks cool. And she's angry. Look how pretty that is. That's gorgeous. Oof, yeah, I think I'm feeling this one. But also, which I think is really cool, and another part of the set, maybe I might pose this, she has a 2000X head sculpt, which is gorgeous. Look at that. So I don't know. I might pose it with this one. I'm not too sure. I don't know, because that looks really nice. Look at the beautiful face and the eyes, the lips. And she has a different type of tiara. She still have the red jewel, but it's basically 2000X one. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Okay. Now, the main reason why I probably won't put this one, we'll see how it looks. I'm going to pose her in a minute. But the main reason why I wanted to get the deluxe or the exclusive version was because of this headdress, the snake's headdress. I just remember when I was a kid, I had Teela, and I had this on her at all times, and it just gives me those beautiful memories of back in the day. So this is really cool, you know. So this is probably one of the main reason why I got this. And then also her classic staff with the snake. You know, I remember I had this when I was a kid. I had this in her, you know, when she had the original figure with the staff. So that's really cool. Of course, I don't fit in the camera, but yeah, I'm going to be posing with that. And of course, last but not least, which I'll probably definitely be using, but I'm nervous about these, is the figure stand. The reason why I say I'm nervous, because, you know, I don't know, I just think they're kind of weird on how they're built. So here's the figure stand. I wish it said I wish it was like green for Castle Grayskull. That would have been pretty cool. But these parts at the end right here, go to sleep. These parts at the end right here make me nervous because they poke into the figure and they leave marks. That happened to my man bat. So we'll see how. I would prefer if they had, because they have the other ones where you actually put it underneath the crotch area and it holds it. So, you know, like I said, like, you know, you just put it in like that, but you gotta, like, you know, first put her. And like I said, it makes me, well, this one might be okay, because this is kind of thinner. Oh, it's not too bad. Yeah, because this one actually does not push onto the figure. They should have made it white though, like the wire's white, so you can more hide it. But yeah, that looks really cool. And let's see if I get the headdress over and see. Yeah, it's supposed to go over, I think, right? Let's see, I'm gonna try this one. Oh, yeah, looks like, okay, hold on. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get her posed the way I want her to, get some of the accessories on her, and then we'll do my final thoughts on this wonderful, gorgeous figure from Mondo. All right, here are my final thoughts on the Mondo exclusive Teela figure for the Masters Universe. All in all, she is a gorgeous figure. She is beautiful. I'm very glad that I got her. I really like this look of her, and I like the bonus fact that you get the 2000X head, so you can do something with it. Just a minor nitpicks. I hate that I have to use that stand. I mean, I'm going to regardless because I don't want her to fall. Unfortunately, you know, these are big figures. They're a lot more top heavy, so you know, for them to fall is a lot easier. I really wish like maybe the holder was clear, but the good thing though, it's not too tight, so it won't leave any dents or any paint, the paint chipping or anything like that, which is great. But like I said, I kind of wish it was kind of clear, but I think when I put that harness on, it kind of takes away from that. But anyway, speaking of the sword harness, that is another issue, but I got through it. So basically, you have to put it from the feet up and shimmer it all the way up. So you have the boot thing here and kind of in the way. Look at how much, you know, I guess it kind of messed up the way it looks, but you have that. And of course the legs are pretty wide and the waist, you know, is wide. So you kind of got to get it up there. And I was able to get it up there pretty quickly and efficiently without anything else. And luckily, no paint rubbed, which is great. I did see a YouTuber kind of put it under, you know, hot water and stuff like that to stretch out the plastic. But unfortunately, if you do that, it will be a lot more loose. So this is not terrible. Like, this actually looks really good. But yeah, no, this is a very gorgeous figure. I'm actually very happy that I got this version. It just looks really cool. She looks like a warrior, and she's gonna look great next to Battle Cat. And He-Man finally has someone to help her. Now I know Buzz Off is coming. He's coming soon. I don't know when, but I'm excited about that one. And hopefully when I go to San Diego Comic-Con, I can grab, hopefully they have an extra Green Goddess, I hope. But anyway, yeah, do you guys collect this line? What do you guys think? I mean, this is a pretty expensive line, but, you know, it's so funny. I always wanted to just collect some of the statues of the figures, but I think this to me is a little bit better because, you know, you got so many different options what you can do with them. Not like statues. You can do different poses, which is really cool. And it does look like a statue. You know, this is a really big, tall statue. All right, so let me know in the comments what you think. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen,
make sure you like, share, and subscribe.